Things are pretty quiet here in Elizabeth City today, and we did speak with one of the family attorneys, Chantal Lassiter, who says that the family is prepared to file a federal lawsuit. In a key portion of body camera footage played by District Attorney Andrew Womble, a sheriff's deputy puts his hand on the hood of Andrew Brown Jr.'s car. Womble says Brown was using the vehicle as a deadly weapon and the deputy had to swerve to get out of the way. He showed portions of 4 body cameras to make the case the deputies were justified in shooting and killing Brown on April 21st in Elizabeth City.
Facts of this case clearly illustrate the officers who used deadly force on Andrew Brown Jr. did so reasonably and only when a violent felon used a deadly weapon to place their lives in danger.
But one of the attorneys for the family, Chantal Lassiter, says Brown was trying to escape. Today, she told me she stands by her earlier statements that Brown was executed.
From what I saw, still stating the same thing, that we saw Andrew Brown Jr. driving away, turning his car to the left, moving in the opposite direction of the deputies. Any interaction was done by the deputies basically approaching the car. He was no longer a threat at that point.
Steve Friedland is a law professor at Elon University. He explained how there could be different explanations for what the footage shows.
Videotapes aren't always the answer. They sometimes create questions. Body cams are in different positions. People are moving around. It's not clear sometimes. And that when the footage is being filmed and how does make a difference.
Womble says he relied on other evidence and factors to make his determination, including interviews with the deputies. He acknowledged the video could lead to different interpretations.
Everyone can perceive something differently. And until you break it down frame by frame, some of the actions are pretty hard to see.
During a news conference shortly after reviewing a 20-second clip of the footage a few days after the shooting, Lassiter said deputies ran up to Brown shooting. Womble says the deputies did not start shooting until Brown aggressively drove towards a deputy. Lassiter says the family needs to see all of the unredacted clips.
I only saw 20 seconds of redacted versions, and I'm not sure when those 20 seconds started and what aspect of the time frame. But what I saw was what I saw, and again, if they would release everything, we would have everything so we can make an informed conversation.
And going forward, to release the video, it's up to a judge due to North Carolina state law.
So this law was intended to control what happens to body cam footage. It has had, however, unintended consequences. When you tell people you can't see something, people want to see it even more. And that's what we've seen in this case.
And as Brown's family grapples with the DA's decision to not charge the officers, they're now pushing for the release of more of the evidence. In Elizabeth City, Brendan Ponton, News 3.